We just want to welcome the people to the Man Cave podcast, where we talk everything man. We talk everything that attracts a man and what men we're attracted to. So if we're going to talk about attractive men in the Man Cave, we're going to start off with Brian Reynolds.
Yeah.
Chris Evans, I'm cool with.
And just notice that you named all white people from
Michael
the
B.
beginning.
Jordan.
Bro, you're fucking hilarious. Yeah, make sure you're covering the label, too. We're not giving out no free promo.
Anyway, so this is the Man Cave podcast.
Yes, sir.
I'm George.
I'm Larry.
Puerto Rican kid from North Philly. Have no dreams. Larry came up to me and said, "Hey, you want to start a podcast?" And I said, "Okay, I have something to live for now."
I thought you were about to cook some shit up, but that's actually valid, so I'm not even mad at that.
No, I never lie. All right. All I do is tell the truth, take everything seriously. That's just who I am.
Bro, I give us 3 episodes before
I got
shit.
5 questions that I wanted to ask you for the trailer specifically.
Okay.
It's like a quick rapid fire question.
Cool. I like that because you didn't tell me about it,
I didn't
so
tell
I can
you.
fuck
All
it
right.
up. And then,
Now, just answer them as quickly as you can. Right? Don't really think about it.
okay.
Just off the hip. So the first one. Will you hire a woman-only moving company?
Well, to be fair, if you call for a moving company, you don't know who the fuck is coming out. So
It's advertised as a woman-only moving company. You calling them?
I don't know, because it's a little sexist. Why they don't hire men?
Because they're trying to empower women. We know that it's a double standard.
By making them do manual labor, you're empowering them. Sound like the fucking
you're not
opposite.
hiring them.
No, I'm not. That's sexist. I wouldn't do that. Sexist against men.
Would you trust a female mechanic? Answer them quickly. You're taking too long.
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. If my girl wanted to do some shit on the car, she'd probably be better at that shit than me.
So that's a yeah.
I would.
All right. If you were about to take a plane and the pilot and co-pilot were women, would you feel safe?
Yo, it feels a recurring theme with these fucking quick fire questions. I feel like.
All right.
I mean, women spend more time in the air than men, so I would.
Do they?
Yeah, they're usually in first class though. They're not in like.
Oh, and like they
Yeah,
stewardess.
it's passing.
Would you let a woman doctor give you a colonoscopy?
I don't know if she like. You got to show me some credentials. Let me see that you did this shit before, because
Does a
you
dude
just
got to give you credentials?
I mean, yeah, he looking.
This
at,
is what he do.
He has
He got-
a man ass, so yeah, he know what
okay.
man ass supposed to look like. I think I'm definitely gonna have to be the voice of reason. I feel like because at this point, George, you already got us on a slippery slope, and this is not even episode 1.
Nah.
This is the fucking trailer.
Yeah. What do you want the Man Cave podcast to be?
You know, like we talked about it a lot, and I feel like it's gotten more refined since then. I feel like we can just show the world that 2 regular people can just be open and honest about shit that they, that they see, that we go through, what other men go through, and then give people like some middle ground, I think, as opposed to just being, all bitches trash, all bitches trash. We give them 2 different perspectives on shit. And it's not like you and I agree on everything either. So I think that for us to be able to present 2 different perspectives on things, being as though we had similar childhoods growing up, but still different. Like you had both your mom and dad, I didn't. So I'm sure that like our lens is varied depending on what the situation is.
Yeah, I agree. When you came to me for the podcast, there was a couple things that came to mind. It's like, why would he even choose me for this? He's trying to, he's trying to help people. If anything, I'm just trying to find the wolves in sheep clothing and bring them out into the light so that we can be friends together. But no, I agree. I think that me and you, like you said, have a similar upbringing, but we just handle things differently.
Yeah.
We were kind of forced to grow up quicker than a lot of other people were.
That's a fact.
And because of that, we have had to do things that a lot of people might not have had to do yet.
Yeah.
So in order to talk about our experiences, hopefully we can help somebody out there, guide them in the right direction. But for the Man Cave podcast, we don't want it to just be an environment where men come to be men and do stupid shit. We also wanted to create a place where women can come in and peek behind the curtain of what is a man and the way that we think.
That's
right?
valid.
There's a lot that we go through that we don't talk about because we're not allowed to talk about it.
That's a fact.
And, if you got a brother, a husband, a dad, they're probably going through some shit that you don't even know about because they're not going to tell you. our plans is to release a 1 hour episode, 45 minutes to an hour. We're not going to try to stretch it off. It doesn't need to be stretched out. Try to be organic, authentic, all those A words. Organic is an O word. But we're trying to release it weekly basis every Thursday. That's our objective, right? Is create that environment. But we don't want it to be such a super serious tone where you're not having a good time enjoying like listening it. Because if you're giving us our time or your time, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, you're doing us a favor.
Of course.
So we want to be able to deliver and entertain you in that aspect to keep you coming back. We owe you. That's what we're trying to do.
Right.
So as much as we're trying to create that space where we can let people know about some serious things that are going on out there, some things that might not be talked about regularly, and if it is talked about, it might be behind a closed door.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to shed light on that, but we're gonna also try to make it fun because that's just how we're gonna do it.
Yeah.